Hello everyone, my name is Jyoti and I welcome you all to this VMC Study Abroad channel. In this channel, I discuss different vocabularies. Those can help you in your IELTS preparation. So in this video, again, I'm going to tell you a new word which will help you to boost your knowledge of vocab. So let's get started. The vocabulary of the day is resent. Resent. The meaning of this word can be, we can take this word as a verb. But if I add some suffix with it, like if I add suffix as ment, M-E-N-T or F-U-L, full, so it would have different meanings than in this case. Okay, let's take example. If I say she resents, then it becomes a verb. If I say because of her resentment, now it becomes a situation, it becomes a noun. And then she is resentful. Then in this case, it becomes an adjective. I know by these examples, the things are still not clear to you. So you have to be till the end of this video so that you understand it completely. I repeat. So this word resent has three meanings, but originally it has meaning of verb. It means it is an action which we perform. Okay. And if we add any suffix after it, kind of M-E-N-T, if the word comes with the suffix resentment, then it becomes a situation, it becomes a condition. And then if I add this word F-U-L after this word, it becomes an adjective. Now, let me make things clear for you that what is verb, noun, and adjective. So students, when I perform any action, for example, right now I'm talking. So this action which is performed by me is called a verb, which is talking. Resentment. So the thing, the topic, the talks we had. In Hindi, we say bate. So that bate is a noun which is called resentment. It means a situation, a condition. Okay, one more example of noun is, firstly, you should understand what is noun. Noun is the name of anything. So if you know that name of anything comes noun, it means it is here in this case, the name of that situation and condition becomes a noun, and the name of that particular condition is called resentment. Okay. In the further examples, I'll explain you better. Now, resentful. Resentful, it becomes an adjective which can be an identity of a person or can be identity of a tone. For example, her resentful attitude becomes a trouble for us. So now here, how attitude she's carrying with herself, it becomes resentful. Okay. Now let's take the synonyms of it. So synonyms, as I told you, resent itself has three different meanings. If I take the word dislike as verb, it becomes the synonymous to resent. But if the word fury, this is a noun. If I take fury as word, so it becomes the synonymous to the resentment. Aggressiveness and dissatisfaction, these are the adjectives, and these become synonymous to the adjective term of resent, which is resentful. So if till now the things are very confusing for you, so let me tell you one more time. Resent is a word which means something which is not happening for someone. The person is not happy while doing some action, kind of. Okay, let's take example. If I say I don't want to study, it means I am not happy while studying. So then I can say I resent. Okay, so then this becomes the verb. Now resent, it means something which is negative, which you don't want to do, and you want to save yourself from doing it, something like this. So this root word resentment has a suffix ment, ment. Sorry, resent is a root word and ment is a suffix. It becomes resentment. The meaning of this word is a feeling of anger because somebody has to do something which he doesn't want to do. As I said clearly that if I don't want to study and somebody, forcing me again and again that you have to study this particular subject, and even I do not have any interest in it, definitely I would have kind of resentment. I will oppose that thing. I start shouting, or I will have kind of, aggressiveness in my behavior. So that particular situation is called resentment. Now, if I resent, okay, if I show kind of resentment, then I myself as a personality becomes resentful. Okay. Moving to the next slide. Here you will learn by examples. So if you see the resentment is a noun, and here the first example teaches you that the student's resentment towards what? The strict teacher was evident in their lack of enthusiasm during the class. So you could see here that students, means this particular student does not want to take classes because of some reason, XYZ it can be. He is somewhere, not interested to take the sessions furthermore. And because of what he is trying to oppose, and that, opposing thing caused, like here, caused the resentment in the situation. So this situation which, happens. Okay, let's take another example. For example, I don't want to eat ice cream and somebody is forcing me to eat ice cream. Then I try to oppose it. So that entire scenario, I could say, because of her resentment, she could not enjoy the ice cream. Okay. So I think things are clear for you now in this case. Now, her resentment towards her parents, it means her rude behavior, or maybe her, disagreement towards her parents for not supporting her career choice, caused a rift in the relationship. Here, there is another word which is rift. It means a kind of, basically, rift is a geographical word. It means crack. It means here in this sense, you can take it as gap in the relationship or differences in the relationship. So there is a betterment in the relationship because of the resentment she showed to the parents, because parents are not supporting her for her career choice. Okay. Now, taking the word as adjective, he couldn't hide her resentful tone when she spoke to her colleague who had taken credit for her work. So what happens in like offices, you may have observed this thing, that when a team is working and one employee is very laborious, he has made everything for the project, presentation, ideas, the plans, he had everything. But now all of a sudden somebody else has, stolen the entire credit. Then there is a conflict, a bitterness in relationship. So that the way she respond to the colleague, the tone she had that time is called resentful tone. Very harsh tone, very tough tone. Okay. He became increasingly resentful towards his partner for never helping him. So yeah, it happens. If you insisted somebody to help you out, maybe in household work or maybe some other work, and the person is not helping you, then it becomes a trouble for you and for the person also, because now you're not going to help that person too. Also, you will have, kind of aggressiveness in your behavior. So the behavior you had that time because of what you behaved in some certain way is called resentful attitude. Okay. So now in this example, you can see the increasingly resentful towards his partner. It means definitely he would not be so loving that time. He would have kind of rage in his attitude, the wrath that he showed, and then he becomes very aggressive. So it's like this. Okay. Now, the lastly, we have resent as verb. So I'll tell you once again that resent is a verb only, but if we add some suffix with it, it becomes noun, and the suffix is, if the suffix is ful, then it becomes adjective. Okay. So she resents her boss for constantly undermining her work and taking credit for her idea. Sorry. एडिटर इसको कट कर देना. So now I will tell you the verb meaning of this word. It means, so I told you student already that resent word has its sole identity as verb only. This resent word cannot be called as a noun or not as an adjective. But if we add any suffix with it, like ment as suffix, then it becomes resentment and becomes a noun. And if this word carries a suffix like ful, then it becomes an adjective. So in a sentence, the role of these three words would be different. In this example, you can see that she resents her boss. Now, if you see here, the verb form that we have used is something which is, reminding you the present indefinite. She resents her boss for constantly undermining her work and for taking credit of her ideas. So you have seen such things happening in offices where a person is working very hard, but and at last the boss is taking all the credit of the work. So then in this case, there is a kind of anger that the person has showed. So that anger, because of that anger, the type of behavior she had, she behaves in a way, that action is called resent. Now another example is he resented. So I told you verb, it means its ed form also is there. Okay, he resented his friend for getting a job that he had applied for and thought he was more qualified. So he had kind of negative attitude towards his friend because he thought he is the only eligible candidate for the job, but it was not the case. So his resentment, his anger, he resents, or he resented his friend because he was not happy with the decision what just happened with him. So it's a verb here. So that's it. Now, in this video, I told you the meaning of resent, the synonyms of it, and how to use in a sentence. I hope you will like it and follow me for the further videos. Stay tuned.